All right, my friends, I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of clue you in on how to get voters to vote for Dr. Oz. Okay, so I understand that this is look, here's the reason why this is so important. All right, you guys, if you saw the debate, Fetterman clearly cannot participate in the Senate. Okay, yeah, I think even Democrats know that. Most Democrats that I know, I go and talk to my friends and people like that at work and stuff like that. Even they were like, "Whoa, that was really bad." And a lot of them are still going to vote for Fetterman. Okay, I think most of them are. Some of them are not going to show up. I've got that commitment from some of them for sure. But all of them were like, "Yeah, that was really rough." And you hear this. They try to justify by saying, "Well, he's brave. That was brave." It wasn't brave. It was a necessity for his campaign, he felt like, because he had already lied so much. Okay. So the couple key points, and this video is going to have two parts. It's going to be, what are the couple key points on Fetterman and Oz that you need to nail down when you're communicating with people? And then, the second part of this is how can you help drive voters and how important it is for you to drive voters. So, A, what are the couple key points against Fetterman and for Oz? Okay. So first, against Fetterman. All right. The stroke thing is real. It's important. Okay. The first key point that you have to understand with the stroke thing is that he is not probably going to improve now. There's been multiple doctors that I've seen, multiple doctors that work with stroke victims, stroke patients. I know I have friends whose parents have had strokes and whatnot. All of them have said, all of them, that the advancement that a stroke victim is going to get, how they're going to improve and whatnot, is going to be based on the first 4 to 6 months, maybe 8 months tops after their stroke. Fetterman has not gotten better in the last 6 months or so. He's just not. That happened 4 to 6 months ago, and he's not getting better. So it's important to bring that up because the talking point right now from the Fetterman campaign is that this is a temporary thing. He'll be fine. He'll get better. Most likely not. Okay. I thought for sure they picked this debate date, obviously, because it was like the furthest day they could pick close to the election and furthest away from his stroke. Even then, I thought he was going to do better than he did. It was the worst debate performance by far. I mean, you could put up my child who's 7 years old, and she could give you better sentences. And I'm not making fun of the guy. I really am not. But as I said to a friend, and if they say, "Oh, you're messed up for bringing this up" or whatever, the dude chose to run for Senate. He chose to continue to run for Senate after his stroke. One of my friends today at work said, "Oh, this is, it's messed up that you say," I said to somebody else, "It's messed up that you would make fun of the dude for a stroke. My father had a stroke." I said, "Yeah, but your father's not running for Senate. There's a difference there. Your father's 80 years old. He's not running for Senate. There's a big difference there." Okay, so that's one thing that you have to get straight. The second knock on Fetterman is that he has completely lied about numerous things. Okay, so he said that he supports fracking and he's always supported fracking during the debate. Every indicator, literally every comment he's made before this election cycle, before this general election, has been that he does not support fracking. Okay, so it's a complete BS lie. That's what his campaign is used to doing. Now, on the stroke thing, another important point, another lie that he brought up is that he said that he's been cleared by his doctors and he's released all this information and he's been super transparent. No, that's false. He has a friend who is a doctor who is, I don't even believe his primary care, that released a letter months ago saying that he was cleared to go back to work, that he was cleared to go into the Senate. All right. There's a reason why he's not telling you, not giving you the information on what's on his medical records. Okay. And I guarantee you, it's a huge deal. If it wasn't, why would he not show you the medical records? You have to think logically. If people are saying, "Dude, where's your medical records? Where's your medical records? Where's your medical records?" And you say, "I'm hiding them," basically. I'm hiding them, I'm hiding them. Same thing that we said about Trump with his tax forms and stuff like that. People assumed Trump was hiding something. Why would you not assume that Fetterman is hiding something? It makes no sense at all. Okay, none at all. It's nonsensical. Anybody who cannot at least admit that is just being dishonest. Okay. Finally, with the Fetterman campaign, the last thing is on crime. The dude is terrible on crime. All you need to know is that even though Josh Shapiro is terrible on crime, the police, the state police, backed Josh Shapiro, Democrat, and backed Dr. Oz, Republican, because John Fetterman was so bad on crime. This guy has let out tons of murderers from jail, has been the only person on the parole board to vote for dozens of murders. Go look up the people he's voted for. People that have murdered their spouses, their wives, stabbed their spouse 30 times, and people that have gone out there and done horrible crimes, killed kids. He has opted to let them out of jail when other people were like, no way, there's no way we're doing this. Now, the largest benefit of Dr. Oz, I'm going to go through too. This guy is the embodiment of the American dream. Everything he has done, he has been successful at. Okay, and I assume that he's going to do the same thing here. Is he conservative enough? He's more conservative than John Fetterman. That's for certain. So you better get out there and vote for him if you are conservative. If you are a liberal, this guy is less extreme. Okay, and you might consider him a D-bag kind of guy. Fine, fair enough, whatever. The dude has done nothing wrong. And in his career, he's built successful businesses, graduated at the top of every class, the top schools in the country. He is a smart guy. He's a medical doctor. He has his MBA, and he's invented numerous medical items and ran a fantastic, highly ranked, Emmy award-winning TV show for years. The guy has built his fortunes. You can't hate him for that. That's ridiculous. Okay. So finally, how do you get people to vote? Okay. So here's the thing. There's a couple different elements here. All right. I'm going to talk about now. Right now, I don't know what if you have to be registered already or whatever. I assume now, because of COVID and all this stuff and the way that things are moving, that you can register pretty late to vote. So I would first try to get whoever is in your family to register to vote. Okay. Talk to your kids. If you're older, talk to your kids. Okay. Pay your kids to vote for all I care. Okay. If my kids were 18 right now, then I would say, listen, I am doing nothing for you. No, I will not help you with any bill at all. I will not pay for your lunch unless you go vote for Dr. Oz right now. That might sound messed up. Okay. Again, I'm saying if my kids are 18, okay, so they're adults at this point, they should be able to do things for themselves. But I will literally not do anything for you unless you register to vote and go vote for Dr. Oz. Okay. I was having a conversation with a buddy today, he said, man, that John Fetterman, that was a terrible debate. I said, you registered to vote? He said, no. I said, so you're not going to vote? He said, no. I said, what do you mean? You're sitting there complaining about John Fetterman and how you want to vote for Dr. Oz and all this stuff. Register to vote. And we sat there right there, and he, said he registered to vote anyways, and he's going to vote for Dr. Oz. Have people in your family, your friends, right? Back in 2020, my wife had not voted before. We talked about it. She registered to vote, went and voted for Donald Trump. If every one of us is able to turn over one voter, and now it doesn't need to be turning over a Democrat. That's great. Like, it's bonus points. Think of it as a points incentive-based system. Okay. You get double points for turning a Democrat, triple points for turning a Democrat into a Republican voter. But go out there and find new voters. They are all around you. Okay. Democrats are really good at driving the vote. And the one thing that we have against us, supporting Dr. Oz, is these giant cities. I heard reports that they didn't even air the debate in Philadelphia because they didn't want Fetterman to look like how he did in front of that entire voter base. But go out there. There's 2 or 3 or 4% of people out there right now that are not going to vote, that can register, or that are registered, or that are registered Democrats, that we can get together for Dr. Oz. Okay. So those are the things that we can do. Okay. Put signs out, post on your social media every single day. Do everything that you can. People of Pennsylvania, we absolutely need to win this one. Thank you. Have a great night.